finally here, going to give you a video. Haven't done one in a couple days here, but I've been really busy. Working till dark, those kinds of things. Got a family. Not going to make much more conversation about that, but it is what it is. I'm extremely busy. But this is planetxnews.org, and like I said, guys, I go here a lot. I say this about every video. You see articles. This is where I go to get to my links to go to the tools I look at. But Scott's done a wonderful job over there with this. I mean, this is great stuff. Now, he reported on the video, and I just had a chance to watch it. 6.8 earthquake, obviously, is what we're looking at here. He was talking about in his video, he didn't know if they were going. He reported on it so early. That's how he monitors stuff. He's pretty quick with that. Does an awesome job. But it says 6.8, right? Okay. That's my point. He wasn't sure if they were going to issue a tsunami warning. Well, according to this, they did. Go over and read that article, guys. And then, he writes a bunch of different ones. But he was talking about what was happening there and why. Well, what I'm going to do is, this is the link, guys. This is where we go to get to the links. This is the ISWA. See, stuff, if you're on your phone, the stuff will be about halfway down. If you guys are on your PCs, be off to the right. Okay, so I'm going to take you to the ISWA site. Okay, I go there very, very often. I even have a shortcut on my desktop for this particular site. But you can find it at planetxnews.org site down about halfway, like I just said. But why did that happen? Well, a lot of it has to do with what's going on here with the sun. We're having some activity, increased solar winds. Now here's our KP, which is the index. And guys, go here and check this stuff out. Okay, read these little tabs that pop up when you click on these thumbnails, because it will explain to you what you're looking at. So what are we looking at here? This is the KP, and tells you exactly what the KP is. It's calculating data from different sources, different observatories, and it's putting it into this bar graph. Okay, so we can visualize what it is and how strong these geomagnetic storms can be. Okay, obviously there's nothing really too impressive about the KP here, but why did we talk about the earthquake? Well, it is related to the sun, and I've talked about this in my previous videos. But here's our part of our magnetopause. Okay, what we're seeing here, we're seeing the bow shock and all those kinds of things like we normally do. But go over and watch Scott's latest video. He explains exactly what's going on here. But what I want to point out is you got this. Okay, this is our bow shock. Sun's over here shooting stuff over this way. And like I said before, if we don't see stuff coming this way and we see action back here, then we really have to pay attention, because it wouldn't be coming from the sun direction or stuff close to the sun. All right. But in this particular instance, we are seeing stuff coming from the sun direction. So most of the time when you see that, the anomalies that we're having, even on the back side, are coming from the sun's activity. Okay, so if what happens is the sun will shoot stuff this way, and it does a little rebound thing. Okay, that's just what it does. So about 99% of the time when we see this stuff back here, it's actually because of what's going on out here. All right. Now, what he was talking about, Scott, and this is very, very valid, when we see all these ripples and all those kinds of things happening back here, we just know that there's something going on all around, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? So we can kind of chalk it up to that. And when we see these things, a lot of times we'll see increased earthquake activity. He predicts all these kinds of things. Sometimes he watches out every once in a while. Dutch Sense does a really good job. I'll take you guys to his site in a few minutes. He's had struggles over there, man. They come at him hard, just like they do Scott and all of us, really. But anyway, you see all that, right? So whenever you see that, just take notice. Okay, I've explained quite a bit about these, because you guys can go look at my previous videos and things. But yeah, I mean, I think that that's probably what's going on here. But anyway, I don't want to go too much in depth on that, because this video would, I could spend hours talking about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over here. Remember yesterday I was talking about, or a couple days ago, I was talking about how the USGS always downgrades things, right? Well, here's Dutch Sense anyway, guys. Go to his YouTube page. Subscribe up to him. Listen to him. His accuracy's incredible. But anyway, check this out. But this is my point right here. Look, what did I say? I said normally when the earthquake happens, the intensity always gets dropped officially. Okay, so officially the number is 6.8. Well, look at what it came in at first. And I specifically said in my previous video it was like a 0.2 or a 0.3. They always drop it. And they did here. Okay, now other agencies don't do that around the world. They do at some level. But I've seen other agencies actually raise this initial number. So why do they do that? Well, I explained it in my previous video. They're trying to keep the average down, so we can't tell that anything's getting all jacked up. Okay, so what I noticed this the other day also. This is our poles. This is our magnetics on our poles. All right. You know how we talk about the sunspots, how they have negative and positive, and when they get close to each other and when they touch is when we have CMEs and flares and stuff like that. Well, you can kind of relate that to what's going on here. Okay, that's kind of what we're seeing. I mean, it wouldn't be like a sunspot, but just for explanation purposes, as far as positive and negative of what we're seeing here, you're seeing it spiral. Okay, that's not so unusual. Okay, but this is pretty intense. All right, and then I seen this. That doesn't look as intense. It doesn't look very impressive, does it? Well, this is more odd to me because I look at this a lot. This is the northern hemisphere. This is the southern. So kind of in the middle of these spirals would probably be where the true magnetic north is and magnetic south. Well, what I'm finding out here is these things are spiraling in and out of each other. Okay, you're seeing, you can see it. Okay, it's kind of doing one of them numbers, right? So why is this even important? Well, just for demonstration purposes, think of that's the Earth. Okay, we're looking dead on. This is the equator. All right. Now, these are two-dimensional models that we were looking at there. Looking down on the North Pole and down on the South Pole, looking up, however you want to say that. But this signature that happened here, it would look like this. See how it came down closer to the equator? That's what I'm talking about. It's not spiraling down into the top like a top. It's actually spiraling and it comes down further. So our magnetics have kind of switched down towards the equator some, which would affect us in a way that could cause earthquakes. All right. You know, what's causing this to do this up here? Well, it's probably the stuff that's coming from the sun. Now, see how this is still doing this? And that's pretty intense right here, but this is normally what we see. See how there's like a clear definition? And it's usually kind of like a spherical this way. It doesn't normally spiral like a yin-yang symbol. So I just wanted to point that out. Now, then the core 2. Okay, guys, look at this. This is an object, whatever. Okay? Kind of like a Kool-Aid car that they had. So I can't remember who coined that phrase, but I thought it was pretty cool. But I can't say all this is camera stuff. Now, most of it is, I will say. But look at that. Look at the odd shape. Okay, number 1. Look how it's kind of got some sort of tail, like it's showing movement is what I'm saying. That direction. Okay? Not to mention the odd shape. Normally when we see the Kool-Aid objects, or like this, or the Kool-Aid cars, whatever you want to call them, most of those, like I said before, guys, are camera anomalies. But some of them aren't. Now look at this odd shape. When you see the odd shape, that pretty much discounts what we normally see. That's coming from stereo A, same image, right? Stereo A, core 2. Core 2, like I said, the data that we see that says core 2 on it came from stereo A, okay? That's the satellite. And I would encourage you guys to go back and watch those videos. But what we're seeing here is typical Kool-Aid cars. Okay? See how they're perfectly spaced out. That's definitely not a natural thing. That would have to be artificial of some sort. Whether it's a camera anomaly or it's intelligently done, don't know. But look how this thing's bending. It even has, okay, that's something new. And that's why I'm pointing it out. I think Brian Knight kind of touched on that too. I'd go check him out. Seeing these, I mean, they're moving in different directions. And again, I think most of these are camera stuff, but some of them aren't. So we'll go to the next one. Look at that. Okay, this could just be a massive malfunction on this stereo A data. Okay, this is from Sechi. This is what Core 2 looks like on Sechi. This is what it looks like on LASCO C2. Now, I'm going to talk about LASCO C2 for a second. Okay. Scott caught that. Did some work there. Seen that. That's awesome. Right next to the sun. Okay. Now, this is an object he's seen back in 2007 on Cactus. Alright. Now, I did a little, where's it at? Let's just go down here to my tool whiz real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Here it is. Okay. Put it in together here. Alright. This is from the 9th. This is from the 9th. This is 2007. Okay. The one at the top was the one Scott seen. This is what I seen. This is on LASCO C2. Okay. Notice how it says missing data. 6 hours after we seen this object. Okay. So what do? Well, I try to figure out what's going on here. So we're going to go over to seeds where I seen this. Alright. This is the day I seen it. It would be, man, right in here. Okay, there's that object. But look at this time lapse. Notice how we're only getting not even 2 hours. Here's the time lapse. Okay, I'm going to show you what it does. 125, 136, 148, back to 0. Okay, we only get like 2 hours of data there. Again, we don't normally see a whole lot on the red view here. Okay, because we can go look at LASCO C2 on the ISWA site also, but we won't see this view. This is designed to detect CMEs. Okay. That's why we get that other view. Now, we've seen that object on this day, right? Well, look what happened again. As soon as we've seen that object, they shut this sucker off. It's been down again for 4 days. Now, look up here right after we've seen the other object the other day when Scott caught it. Look at this. Missing data. Same thing. No, right after, guys. And I just showed you the capture that I had. All right. This one. I even put 6 hours missing data because at that time that's what it was. But it hasn't been back up since I caught this one. All right. Same thing happened to Scott back on the 30th, I think. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. Okay, so I go over to core 2 again, guys, and again I'm gonna take you back over here to LASCO real quick. Okay, this is LASCO C2 from Soho. Again, this information is coming from right out this satellite right there. The information I'm getting ready to show you came from stereo A, and I think it's here. Okay, it's either there. I can't really, hold on a minute. We'll just zoom in. That's stereo B over there. So come from here. Okay, LASCO C2 is coming from here. Core 2 is coming from here. So that's its view to the sun. Keep that in mind. So LASCO is this view. Okay, so then we go over and look at, we're still getting data, but it's because it's on a different satellite. This is what we get when we go over there. Okay. So, why am I showing you that? Well, reason being is because look at this. This is from the 12th. Look at that. I mean, this is during the data being shut off on LASCO, on seeds. Okay? Still down. Still not getting no data. What's puzzling is, guys, and this is what I'm going to show you real quick, is that, oops. Again, this is LASCO C2. See the red on the right? Okay? No data for any of it. So if we go over to ISWA, okay, and we stay in the solar tab up here and go to the sub tab down here, page, I just know this, it's sub tab 8. We can go look at LASCO C2 here also. Same data, same observatory. Okay, and this is what it's going to give you. Look, we're getting data from this. Okay, it's the same data point, all right? But we don't get to see the black and white version I just showed you. We don't normally see a whole lot on this version of the LASCO C2. But we do see a lot of stuff on the LASCO C2 version of this. Okay, so it's allowing data for this model, but not this one. Why? That's my point. The reason why is because we caught something right there that wasn't visible on this one, but is on this one, so they shut the data off. That's what's going on here. Okay, just to tell you. And again, this is why I think. Okay, look at that. This even proves it even more right here, because this is designed to catch CMEs. So it's detecting like a CME out here. Okay, but why isn't it detecting this as some sort of CME or solar energy if it's not? So that basically means that there's something there. Okay. Not to mention its shape. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, wow. Look at that. Okay. So, take you guys over to something else here. This is Marfugal, guys. He is awesome. His channel. I came to this information through his channel. What this is in Seattle, they had 26 power lines bust off in a mile stretch. They're trying to blame it on a wind gust or what have you, weather. Not buying it, guys. Not this time. They have it on video, okay? If this was a wind gust causing this, these trees should be moving, okay? Now, I'm going to play this video, and you guys are going to see. Okay, this is what it looked like. Look at this. Now watch. Watch the trees. Nothing. Nothing moved on the trees. This is not wind. Alright? That's what I'm trying to say. This is directly in front of the Boeing factory out there in Seattle. Okay? What do they do out there? Are they making planes? I think they do some of that, but I think what's going on that one is they do other technologies. And and Marv here talked to a power line worker, electric worker, that's been in the business for 30 years and has never seen nothing like this. Ever. Not even close. He said the amount that most, I think he said, was like four or five poles in a row. Even during a storm. You know, like tornadoes and things can do more than that. But, and the way that these things busted off, I mean, check it out.
This just doesn't happen. 26 poles. Some of them broke at half, some of them broke at the base, for an entire mile.
Okay, I just wanted to show you guys that because that's very important. I mean, go over, I'm going to leave a link to this video. Go check this out. This was not something that is normal at all. And it was not caused by what they say it's caused by. Just saying. Great job, Marv, by the way. Yeah, my battery's at 25, whatever. Anyway, you know, me and Jeff, we've been working on this theory, guys, about a matrix and all those kinds of things. You guys need to go check out Jeff P. He's doing a great job over there, his channel. I mean, he did a video, got some more captures of it, of the rip. It's great stuff, okay? It really is. Go check him out. We are doing, like I said, we're doing some more research. We're just trying to figure out what we're seeing, okay? You know, we're seeing stuff like this. All right? I mean, what in the world, the chum that we're seeing here, right? This is what we're calling chum. This was even better. Okay? Sorry I didn't put a name on this capture. I have it. I just haven't uploaded it yet. But you see the dart there? Okay? And what we've been seeing lately is we've been seeing the chum crafts, is what we're going to call them here. We're seeing them, these black chums show up first, and then the chum crafts try to go out in front of it and catch up and cover it up. Okay, that's what we're seeing. So that's what led us to think, what the heck? And something else I'm going to point out, guys. Well, I'm going to just let you guys look at that for a second. This is HI1. Okay, look at this. Sun's over here. We had this big flash of whatever. This is all happening around the time that we seen this stuff. Okay? But yeah. Scott made a great point in his video. Okay? I'm going to show you this while I'm talking. Let's go back. There it is. If there was an object, it's not going to be like Star Wars, guys, where you go out, put your hand on your knee, looking up over some sand dunes, like Luke Skywalker did, and seeing like 4 different huge objects out there, right? That's not going to happen. When we see Jupiter with our naked eye, it's like a little dot. So what I'm saying is, like, I've questioned whether or not I should pull the videos down that I did early on in my channel, because I was showing you all Skycam network stuff and FAA cams and stuff like that. Now, the stuff that we see on the FAA cams is simulation stuff, like the sun simulator that Jeff P caught and has done so much work on. Great stuff. Check it out. Those are the kinds of things that we're seeing, like holographic stuff. If we walked outside and we seen an object that big, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Okay? We just simply would not be here. Okay? If something that, think about it, some of the objects that they're trying to get you guys to believe and everybody to believe would be about that big according to the size of the Earth. Alright? I mean, come on. Really? If something was that big, that close, what do you think would happen to us? Okay, now I'm not saying that we can't have objects out there, but we're told the sun is 93 million miles away, right? If that's the case, the stuff that we're seeing, the objects that we're seeing close to the sun, I just showed you how like it would be like this. This is basically that would be the sun. The objects we're showing you are about like this. So this object here would have to be 93 million miles away also, or close to that. And again, Jupiter with our naked eye in the night sky is just a little dot. Do you really think we're going to see something? And Jupiter's huge. It's the biggest planet in our solar system. So if we walked outside, guys, what I'm saying is we're never going to see that. Because if it did, it would never even make it that close, because the Earth would just be completely ripped apart by the time it got even halfway to where we could see a big object like that. Alright, just keep that in mind, okay? When you're listening to other things and other stuff, just keep that in mind when somebody's trying to say that. All right, it's just not, in my opinion. And again, it's just my opinion. But anyway, I want to point out something here on this one. Now, what are we looking at here? Well, the blue lines are the IMF lines, Interplanetary Magnetic Field lines. It's our connection to the sun and other objects or celestial objects magnetically. Okay, that's the blue lines. The blue lines. Okay, black lines are our pole lines. They come off our poles. Okay, they normally come out like this, and they usually go back here like that in our magnetopoles. The red lines are the closed field lines. Okay, and again, guys, go read up on those definitions, because they'll be able to, if you look at it for yourself, you at least have some sort of vocabulary to understand what you're looking at. Okay, now why am I showing you this? Well, we're looking at this, and we don't see a whole lot. I mean, yeah, we see some, little swirling action going on and all that, but we see that pretty typically now. Unfortunately, that's become kind of normal, seeing all the swirl stuff. All right, now blue lines, right? Well, looking at this just on the surface, looks like blue lines. Well, zoom in, watch this. That's a black line. Huh? There's a black line there. Yeah, that's a pole line, right? So it's connected down here. But what I find strange is, and I've never seen this before, is it actually, I may have seen it once or twice, but it actually comes up here and goes off the screen, up that direction. So we're trying to connect to something out there, or at least our magnetics are getting pushed that direction. Now, sometimes I do think, like I said, there could be something back here, way, way back here, magnetically affecting us. So if we don't see energy coming from this way, it has to be coming from somewhere when we get the backside pressure, right? So if we don't see nothing coming from the front, then we have to assume that something's going on back here. We may not be able to see it, but something's back there, okay, sometimes. Now, something else, we see stuff kind of get pushed off this direction sometimes. My kind of thing here is, I need to talk to Scott about this, but when that object we're talking about that was next to the sun like that, we seen it on the right side first, so it's kind of orbiting like this. And I'm not sure how far out it would go, but it would kind of go like this, right? That's the orbit of it. Now, when it is, say the orbit, like I just showed you, say it's orbiting like this, right? Behind the sun and back through. Maybe when it's right here, maybe that's when we see this stuff magnetically getting influenced that direction. Okay, maybe that's what's going on. Just a theory, just kind of thinking out loud there. But I need you guys to do me a favor too. My daughter, she has a channel, and we deleted all of its content a while back. But she started it back up. She does some edit stuff. She's a younger girl. I think she's 12. Do me a favor and go over and sub up to her channel. I'll leave a link. She's just recently got a couple videos out there. They're edits, like of SpongeBob stuff and BTS. If anybody has a little girl, they know what BTS is. It's Korean pop music. And I know I'm talking about something that has nothing to do with my channel, but I do love my daughter, and it would make her day if you guys could just go throw her a sub. Anyway, yeah, I mean, look at that. And like I said, go check out Jeff P too. I mean, he's doing an awesome job over there. We're working together on this new theory and stuff that we're talking about with the rips and all that stuff in the sky. He did a video, and it was good. His last one was really, really good. He was trying to put stuff together and just come up with whatever the best we could come up with. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Things are just getting more and more frequent, guys. So I'll try to keep you guys up to date as I can, and as much as I can. So we're going to end it there. God bless. Yeshua saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.